Llanview Health Club, Marcus Aurelius proprietor speaking.
Good. I hope you intend to stay there for the next 30 minutes or so.
Who is this?
Victoria Riley.
Oh.
Marco, I have a few things to discuss with you. I'll be right over, and you'd best be there.
Mrs. Riley. How are you? You know, I was checking my records before, and I realized that you and your husband had never joined our health club. Now, as luck would have it, we happen to right now be running a new introductory package for family members and things, and you and your husband can join.
Marco, that's enough. Now, I have come here to tell you one thing. In the future, you will leave Karen Wolek alone.
Leave Karen?
That's right. You will stop forcing her to prostitute herself for you.
I have forced Karen to prostitute herself.
That's right. And I mean that word literally, Marco. Now, Karen has told me everything, so don't you deny it.
Well, let me straighten a couple things out here. Karen Wolek is not an exactly truthful person. Now, I hate to say this, but I think you ought to know.
Why would she lie about something like that?
She didn't exactly lie, but she did misrepresent some very important points. For instance, I didn't make her do anything. She started that all on her own, long time ago.
I don't believe you.
Well, would you like the names of some of the gentlemen she was seeing long before I was involved with her? Believe me, Mrs. Riley, they would shock you. As a matter of fact, one or two of those men were even in your own home.
Marco, you don't seem to understand me. Karen told me the whole story, everything, including the reason why you can blackmail her. So don't you lie to me.
The whole story?
That's right.
Well, then she must have told you how she used to hang out in the truck stop bars all by herself and pick up men. Or did she tell you the real story about that time she was beat up? Now, that's really very interesting. It was quite masochistic of her. In fact, she was asking for that. No, I didn't figure she told you all that. You see, I did her a favor. I took her out of the streets, out of those sleazy bars where she could have gotten hurt. And I organized that little hobby of hers into a business where she could make money in her spare time. It was a friend helping a friend. Believe me, I didn't get anything out of it.
I saw you take money from a man at the Wallington Hotel because you'd introduced him to Karen.
All right, I made a couple of bucks here and there, but can't you understand that given what she started all on her own, that I was helping her?
You have forced a woman to prostitute herself for you, and you have the nerve to tell me you were helping her? You were doing her a favor?
I can see that no matter what I say to you, you're just going to interpret it your own way. All right, Mrs. Riley. Tell me, what is it that you propose to do?
I haven't decided that yet.
Are you going to tell Larry? Because if you do, I think you should realize that he's partly to blame for her wandering around. And what about Danny? Nice thing for a kid to have to hear around the schoolyard that his mother's a hooker in her spare time.
There is no need for Danny to know anything.
Now, let's be serious, Mrs. Riley. This is a small town. People eat up gossip like that, especially when it involves someone who's practically a member of the Lord family. Marco.
You can't blackmail me.
Now, did I say anything about blackmail?
Dr. Wolek will not suffer from this, nor will his son. But you will, if you don't stay away from Karen.
Am I to take that as a threat?
No, you are not. That is a fact. Marco, I will ruin you. I will drive you out of this town. I will create so much trouble for you wherever you go that you will wish you had never heard of me, Llanview, or Karen Wolek in your life. Do I make myself clear to you? Leave her alone.
Wait, let me just straighten this out for myself. You actually intend to change Karen's head around. I mean, I understand your good intentions, but Karen is a lost cause.
I'm not interested in your opinion, Marco. I am telling you, if you don't stay away from her, you will be very, very sorry.
Suppose I'll find my name in the banner in some unpleasant context, huh?
Yes, among other things. And not only in the banner, Marco, in every single newspaper that we own clear across the country. In fact, when I consider all the possibilities, you would be well advised to pack up and leave Llanview and never come back. Now, I think I've made myself very clear.
Gracious. Sorry, I didn't mean to look so shocked. Isn't this your night at the hospital?
No, I traded with Herb Rosenthal.
We're having coffee. Will you join us?
No, thank you. I really can't stay. I've left Kevin with Tina. Actually, the reason I came by, I think I left my scarf here this afternoon. It's a silk scarf. It's red and black, and Joe gave it to me. Did you find it?
No. Maybe we left it in the kitchen when we were in there. Let's
Okay.
No, I'll take a look. You stay here. Sit down, rest your bones.
Thank you.
Thanks, honey.
I've talked to Marco.
Already?
Yes. Now, I don't think that he will bother you again. If he does, you are not to knuckle under. Do you hear me?
What'll I do? What'll I say?
You don't do anything. You call me immediately if he ever tries to get in touch with you again.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't see it out there.
Oh, dear. That means I must have left it downtown somewhere. Oh, what a shame. Well, I'm sorry. I have to get back. Kevin's cutting 2-year molars, and he's waking up a lot at night lately.
What are you doing, breaking Tina in as a babysitter?
I'm trying, but unfortunately, with what's happening with her mother, her mind is pretty much on that these days. I'm terribly sorry to have bothered you, too.
No problem.
Don't you worry, okay?
We'll love to travel.
Thanks, Larry. Thanks again.
Bye-bye. Hey.
Sorry. When she said something about Tina, I got all choked up. I thought how difficult it must be for a 16-year-old girl with her mother like that.
That's pretty tough on Viki, too. She was pretty shaken.
Yeah. She's got to be the most wonderful, supportive person I think I've ever known.
I agree with you, but what brought that one?
Well, she knows what to say. She knows how to help people. She knows the right thing to do, the right thing to say.